All right, here we are. And I have my jelly plate out. I have a big gel plate out today because I'm going to be working on fabric. And I thought I'm going to paint some fabric. And I thought that sticking it to the gel plate would be a good idea. Oh, thanks. I had so much fun on Sus Live. It was really fun. And somebody said, "Do you guys remember that you're online?" Because we were just talking and chatting and we were having so much fun. And it was a really good time. I love just making art like that and letting people watch and chat and talk. And it's just really fun for me to do. So, and I've known each other for so many years. But that snack food question, that was a new one. It's like, wow, nobody's ever asked me what my favorite snack food is before. So anyway, all right. Well, I have got a bunch of archival inks here. And I am just going to tell you that I am the luckiest girl ever because my friend Tim gave these to me. Seriously, you guys. Remember that time, Diane remembers that time when I went out to Prescott, Arizona to teach and my luggage got lost and I was freaking out because well, it wasn't my luggage. It was a box that I pre-mailed. Now that it's all coming back to me, I've had so many mishaps through the years. But I had mailed this big box of supplies out to Prescott before I got there, and it never showed up. And actually, it did show up after the workshop, and the box was missing my supplies. So someone apparently had stolen them out of the box. But I digress. Anyway, so Tim gave me supplies to help me, you know, have stuff to use during the workshop, which was so sweet. And I was talking to him when I was out there about, yeah, it was so disheveled. And I was talking to Tim about what inks he would use to stencil or stamp on fabric. And he said definitely to use these archival inks. And I don't know if you guys have used them or not before. I bet you probably all know way more about them than I do because you're all so well informed. But anyway, they're acid free, they're permanent, they're waterproof. And here's the thing that is so cool when you use them on fabric is that they are soft. It doesn't dry like paint. It doesn't get crunchy, okay? Now, there's ways to avoid the crunchy fabric, and I'm going to talk about that today also. But let's just say you want a product that you can use on fabric. You can use it on fabric, you can use it on anything. I mean, it's acid free, it's permanent, it's waterproof. That is like the trifecta, right? And yeah, that's what I'm doing, Kathy. These are my sorry blanks. And anyway, it's been fun. I've started playing with them because I'm taking a class this weekend and I wanted to get a few supplies ready. So this is sort of a dual purpose for me today is stenciling some of these, and then I'm going to hopefully be able to incorporate them in the work I make this weekend, which I'll probably talk about next Monday. So we'll see. So anyway, Kristen Reese Williams is on here, and she has a class coming up. If you like this kind of stuff, she has a class coming up that I wish I could go to, and I can't because I have a doctor's appointment that I've been waiting for months, and I can't get it changed. But anyway, it's her snippet roll class, and they're going to use, I don't know what they're going to use because I haven't taken the class. But anyway, it's kind of like this. You make these snippet rolls that are collaged and stitched and everything and fabulous. And I've seen the pictures. And anyway, I think it's going to be a great class, and I wish I could be there for it. But if you're interested in doing something like this and really taking it to the next level, you might want to sign up for that class with Kristen. She's the teacher. And she is not only the hostess with the mostest, but she really knows stitching. So I'm going to show you my baby stitching techniques. Yeah, Patty's going to be there. So, all right. So this is a roll of the blank sari that I bought off of Tina Walker's Etsy shop. And I don't know. I mean, look how thick that roll is. I don't know what I thought I was going to do with this, but had to have it, had to have it. And I bought it. So then it comes and I think it's silk. It's really thin and it has little stitches every so often. These little gold, you can probably see it kind of glittering. It's super pretty. And I, as you know, I'm not a big seamstress, but I do like to incorporate fabric into my stuff. So I started playing over the weekend with these, and I love everything about them. I love how they tear. Look at that, how it tears and is so fantastic, the edges. And I could just take parts of this and incorporate it into collage, into my journal, into books, but I'm just not sure where it's going to go. So here's one that I previously stenciled. Here's one that I stenciled. So these two, they started out like this, okay? And then they turned into this after I stenciled them. And I don't know. I just think that this has got some legs, you guys. These are so flippin' gorgeous. And then I was thinking I would go ahead and stitch on them randomly. And so I just took a few stitches in this one to give you an idea of what it would look like if you started stitching on it. You could even bundle it up and stitch. I mean, they're so thin. They're amazing. So this was a piece of muslin, and I just stamped the whole pad. This was like that salvage patina, boop, boop, boop. I love the square or the rectangular shape of these, just using the actual thing to stamp on. And then the third one I tried was this one. This is another roll of, I don't know where I got this. I might have gotten this at Tuscan Rose in Paducah, I'm not sure. It feels like you can see how sheer it is. I know you can see through it there. And it feels like some kind of a linen roll or something. So I really like this blue. So there was another color on there before I got to the blue. I don't know where it went. I cut it off because you can see there's a bunch of different colors because I wanted to get down to this navy part. Okay, so then let's look at this one first. I started doing a little sewing, but I'll show you. Uh-oh. Great. Now, okay, so this is why Mary Beth, this is a perfect example of why Mary Beth does not teach sewing. She's already sewn through 2 layers of fabric that are like 4 inches apart from one another. Okay. Yeah, this is like, this would not happen if you took a class from Kristen Williams, okay? What is that? I have no flippin' idea, but anyway, you can laugh. You can laugh. It's okay. All right, so I got to get the thread. Jeez, I'll be out of here. I typically will sew my clothes to myself. You just never know. All right, so this was this navy. And I wanted to put a little bit of a metallic sheen on it. So what I did was I took some of my golden fluid acrylic in the iridescent bronze. And then I took the GAC 900, which is a heat set fabric painting medium. And you use it like 1-to-1. So I put them here, they're right here. I mixed them up and I just kind of went like this to just take the bright blue off of this, okay? And then I'm starting to stencil on the top. Now, I want to explain why I use the GAC 900. Heat set fabric painting medium. So you would use this with your paint if you, wanted to make it something that you could wear and you could throw it in the washer. Like, you can use paint. I'm sure all of you have tried this before. You've painted on fabric and it got that little crunchy feel, you know. And that's fine. If you're not planning on washing it, or if you wash it and you don't care if it cracks or comes off, that is just fine. Paint away and do whatever you want. On the other hand, if you want the fabric to stay kind of soft and to still feel like fabric, you should mix a fabric medium in with your paint. This is not the only one that's made. There's a whole bunch of them. If you go to Joann's and go back to the paint area and look at fabric mediums, you can find tons of them. And they all have different instructions, but basically pretty much they're the same. You mix it with the paint, and then usually they need to be heat set, which just means you iron it. So when I'm done with this, and I'm just particular because I don't like, this is so soft and pliable. It feels marvelous. This feels like it's painted. It's got that crunchy feel to me. So when I'm finished with this, because I'm using the medium, I will iron this. So what I will do is I will take this and put it between some paper, some newsprint or something, some unprinted newsprint, and then iron it. And that will restore the softness to it. Okay, so that being said, I have got some stencils here, and I'm going to I wanted a kind of, not a tone on tone, but a little bit with the paper artsy heavy cream on this bronze, on this navy. I thought would be a really pretty group of colors to put on there. So I put my GAC, and I'm just going to mix it up, and then I'm ready to go. Today I'm using a stencil brush that I got from Tim. It's the Tim Holtz Distress. Now, I want to demo this thing because these are pretty, yeah, parchment paper, anything like that, Tracy. Parchment paper would be great too. That'd be perfect. Okay, so this is the Tim Holtz Distress, and here's the lid, and then here's this part. It goes back and forth. So you put that up, and then you put the lid and do that, and boom, it's ready to go. But this, you can hold up here, and you can get a kind of a stencil brush that doesn't move that much. Okay, so down here, you got a lot of movement. I just want to show you the movement in the brush versus this, not so much. And I like that for stenciling. I really like that. So I've got some stencils here that are basically I am using because I like the small designs. Yeah, these are a great little stencil brush. Like this one is by Jill McDowell in M291, and I love that little center part. So I'm going to just put the center in there and just do the center part. And this is a brush that I would go in a circular motion like that, and voila, we have the stencil design on there. Now there's other small stencils like this. This is a Natalie Kalbach, and I just like varying it. I am mainly going for an effect. I'm not going for a specific design. I know that I'm going to probably cut this up when I use it. I'm just basically, I was looking for stencils that had little parts. Look at how cool this one is. This is another Jill one, M290. And it's like, it just has these cool parts. Like, let's do this part. And look at how it has that kind of that little arch section. And okay, the reason I'm using the gel plate is the fabric just sits there. It just kind of sticks to the gel plate without being problematic. It's just really nice. Let's try another design with this one. I want to get the two arches. There's one. I guess I needed a little more paint. Get the two arches meeting in the middle here. We did the corners too, but that is just cool looking, right? So I don't, oh, I like that. I like how that turned out. That looks really nice. I think I'm going to go back. I don't know if I can see where I did it or not. Maybe there. See if I can get that. Yeah, I think these are cool. I hadn't used any of these little M stencils for a while, and I thought they'd be fun. But I don't know if you're getting that little metallic hint. It's very pretty on here, very pretty. And this is so sheer, I just think it's lovely. And honestly, you could even, you know, layer, real seamstress people could probably do super cool stuff with this. But so that's one way to use the fabric with paint. Now let's look at just a piece of the fabric with, I'm gonna get a baby wipe. The first stencil was M 291 and the second one was M 290. And these are little babies. I guess I think of these little stencils as, you know, obviously smaller format, but I like to still consider their component parts. So you can, you know, you can do so many things with them. And I think that was what I wanted to illustrate today. All right, so I have a piece of, this is off this big roll, right? I'm just gonna lay it there and see how it's just sitting there. All right. So let's do, oh, what are we gonna do? I think it's really fun to take these and to just kind of swipe. Look at the color, how it so easily picks up the color. And you can get darker if you want. Look at that. It's just fantastic. Then let's do a little bit. So that was fossiled amber. And then this one is frayed burlap. I cannot believe how excited I was when Tim gave me these things because I'm like such a dork. I didn't even realize they were little containers and I'm like, OMG, this is like the cutest thing ever. These little containers and all this where they're in there. Oh my God, I just can't get over it. How cool it is. So I think I'm gonna take a vintage photo then and put it over top of these. So I've got it sitting out here and I've got my brush. Of course, I've got a dirty brush. So I could have cleaned the brush, but I'll clean it later. All right, so then let's go ahead and I kind of wanted to do that circular thing again. I kind of like that. There it goes. I'm trying not to get the corners this time. Oh, look at that. They just are so, I don't know, they're so cool. And I'll see if I can get this center. Oh, let's use this center part in here. Let's create our own design. Hey, Jill, I'm using your stencils. I'm so happy you're here. How cool is that? So look at that. You can take the two circular parts, boop, boop, and then you can take the middle of this one, and then I think I'll put that back up here. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I'm just like creating my own little pattern out of it. And look at that. I mean, seriously, that is so pretty, you guys. I think all you need on this, really, you don't need anything on it, but if you wanted to take it to the next level, you could do some stitching on top of that, and I just think it's lovely. I'm really happy that I chose to pull these out and to see all of the different things that they would do. It's just, it's really been a lot of fun to play with them. I'm going to keep that one in that color palette. Let's try one in another color palette. I'm going to pull a hunk off of this. All right. So there's another part. I don't think this one has any, it doesn't have a little metallic nib like this one had the little metallic nib on there. And let's do a blue and a green one. I'm going to use the Salvage Patina. Yeah, Jill, I was just interested in using little baby stencils today and see what I could do with them. And yours were just right there, and they look so pretty. And now I'm going to do crushed olive with this. I have to say, the freedom of just using these stamp pads and not having to, you know, worry about any heat setting. It's something like dog something. Does anybody remember Tina Walker's Etsy shop? It's, oh gosh darn, it's, I'm going to just try to Google it over here. If you look on her Facebook page, I bet she'll have a link to it, or she'll say it on there. Tina Walker, and I don't know. Yeah, okay, so Patty's going to look it up. I order from her a lot. I do like her stuff. Okay, so now these two are by Natalie Kalbach. So I'm going to put this one. She has it this way, and that's how I used it on here, but I think I'm going to put it this way this time and see how it looks. And let's see what color I want on this. I think I'm going to use Prize Ribbon. Ooh, yeah. Frog Dog Studio. Okay, I knew there was a dog in it. I forgot about the frog part. Okay, so now we're going to use Prize Ribbon. This is one of his newer colors. I didn't realize I had that. Oh my gosh, I do, and I have Kitsch Flamingo too. How cool. Let's see how this looks. Oh yeah, that's rather nice, huh? You know, sometimes you just get into such, or I do anyway, such a, I don't know, kind of a so-called rut with my stenciling. And I've been using the big ones lately. I just haven't even been thinking about all these little ones. And this has been a treat for me to play with these little stencils and to, you know, to recognize, however obvious it is, but that they have so many different options. Oh gosh, this would be a great bookmarker, huh? Let's see. So then this, we could put this Jill design over here again on the side. You could use just parts of it. Let's go with a deep purple on this. Oh my goodness, look at that, right? And then I had kind of just had it centered there at the edge. So I'm going to do the same on this side. And there you go. Oh, wow. I love the sense of movement that these little curved pieces make. So yeah, the minis are great for traveling, and I often travel with the ATCs as well. Those are big travel ones for me. Okay, now I'm going to connect this up here and use this down here, the purple. Okay, look at that. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Sometimes you just need to play, you know? and see what it's all about, what you can make, and ways you can, you know, use the things you have on hand and create new, different patterns with them. So super, super fun. You know, I think you could also, you could use this one in Natalie's and even put a little, let's see here. I could put that inside there, the little star thing. I could do the little flower motif in there. Or I could put this little motif in here. Look at that. I mean, the options, you guys, the layers and layers and layers. And I just can't tell you how cool it is to stencil on the silk with the ink pads. This changes everything for me anyway, because I did not know this. I haven't done this before. This is all new stuff for me. And I hope you got something out of this, and maybe you probably already, knowing you guys, you probably got this stuff already. You know, you probably already own these things. Oh, I was going to show you the other thing. Okay, so this one, like, this is the front of it that I stenciled. Look at the back of it, where it like leaked through. I used a little bit of iridescent bronze on this and it leaked through. So cool. It's like I almost don't even know which is the right side on this one. It's so pretty. So, and then this one I just used the stamp pad and it leaks through a little bit, but not so much, you know. So I don't know. I think it's all very, very fun, and I hope you can get your hands on some silk or some muslin or something to play with, and you can make these little fabric parts, because parts is parts, people. And there goes your bill on Etsy. I'm so sorry, Kathy. I know, I do like it though. And seriously, you could split a roll with somebody. I probably won't use this within my own life, but who knows? So have fun. Have a great day, everyone. I will be here next Monday, and hopefully I will be able to tell you about my class and share some new things that I learned. So everyone, have a great day, and I'll see you all next week. Take care.